Santa does not exist.
Santa does not exist, and Pleiadians were not there to save you.
Yeah.
Fall off the bridge, but now you've hit the rocks, and now you've got internal spiritual bleeding. It's a consciousness test.
Land Cruiser. DNA upgrades. 5D Ascension. Whoa! But what do they actually mean?
It's false light.
False light overload.
He said Pleiadians.
Please help me, aliens.
It's like a plea bargain.
I'm an alien.
You're an alien, and I'm a Moonian.
Moonian?
The sailor.
Sailor beans.
Some of the Pleiadians.
Look at all those sailors.
Look at all the Sailor Scouts.
So pretty. So pretty.
Push you forward on your path to ascension, assist you with your awakening. And if you ever have the idea that...
Can we just start like on your awakening? So many people get lost in this subject. Like, to talk about an awakening, why can't you just live life like a normal person? It's not like one day you wake up like, let's say Eckhart Tolle and get a demon attachment, and you're just completely awakened out of nowhere. It's just not how it works. Like, if you're going to be awakened, even the concept of awakened, it's bullshit, because half of these people are lost anyways. What are they awakening to? They're awakening into just nonsense half the time. They don't even know what they're talking about. They don't even know where they are.
Out of the oven into the fry pan. I'm awakened, I'm ascended. My skin is burning from the reality of the truth I'm not seeing.
I just can't handle this 3D life anymore. I'm just going to go live in a forest somewhere.
It must be my gut bacteria. I need to get a colonoscopy.
You need a colon cleanse. You know what? I better yet, I'm going to give you an enema.
Let the light shine through.
Yeah, the concept of awakening to begin with Mr. Pete and Roxy, like, if you're talking about that on my awakening, like, you're already lost.
You're not seeing what you need to.
You're not gathering the resources you have to deal with your problems or life in general. Just deal with 3D life before you try to start doing awakening stuff.
Yeah, you got to have a clean. You got to have a clean mind before you start going on to further, more developed things. It's putting 3D mud tracks through a 4D or 5D spiritual house. It doesn't work that well.
True story.
And people will notice.
And we can't help but notice. But to ascension. So also the idea of these beings, these space beings, assisting you on this ascension or awakening. It's such a good trap, I reckon.
It's an ego.
It's the best ego trap, and it's
helping you with your amazingness happening right now.
Yay!
And yours too. Just like and subscribe.
Definitely like and subscribe, right?
Don't subscribe, but definitely like.
Yeah, I agree.
You know that guy that we always see, Habib? What would he say?
Habib would be like, what would Habib say?
I think he'd be like, I don't understand this shit, but my mom, she always says Jesus is the path. So if you don't like Jesus, fuck you, you're a dickhead.
Bro, you're talking about all this ascension and awakening, but like, where's the turbos?
I don't see any. I see superchargers, and I even see my phone ringing, but I don't see anything else. It was like the I want to be spiritual club. Everyone wants to be spiritual. I want to be a Pleiadian.
These guys,
this
like,
is how.
Yeah.
Look at my crazy, well-adjusted to bullshit eyes.
I believe you, like I can feel the love.
And now I believe you, so now we believe each other. We're basically smelling each other's butts. That's basically.
I was about to say, I feel like humming farts.
Yeah. It's basically just wind.
Yeah.
Yuck.
So yeah, the concept of getting these space beings to help you with your ascension. First of all, that's already bullshit. Second, it might have some sort of truth. It might have some sort of like, oh, that's so awesome, loving, wow, my energy, wow.
But it's selling my energy with some other bullshit attached to it.
Yes.
Packaging.
It's packaging.
I don't want that package.
And it's also like,
I don't want you farting in my nice herbal tea.
Yeah.
I just want my herbal tea. You were going to say something.
Yeah.
And then I'm
losing my train of thought. So if it was in your best interest for these beings, these so-called beings, to help you, they wouldn't be getting you to do all the things that you're doing, because you're only becoming more and more lost to reality. So you think you're in 5D, but you're actually here.
And you've actually created almost like a sub-reality within this.
Exactly right.
So you've actually gone further this way, not that way.
Exactly right.
And not only have you gone this way, you don't realise you've gone that way. So you actually go further that way because you're actually anchoring yourself to your own illusion. And I think it was something like you need to have a certain level of vibration to be able to understand and see deception for what it is. And if you're not at that level, you will fall. You will literally just be fooled. You will not see the things that you need to understand that there are higher truths. And if you're in this low vibration, you might think that this other thing is amazing and high vibration, but it's just fooling you. It's just a false prophet. So it comes down to looking within and having that accountability and that self-awareness. If you don't have that, you won't know. You'll be forever lost, chasing the thing that you can never attain because it's actually here. It's not there.
There's not always this impending ascension.
No.
There's this constant awakening. It's nonsense.
It's creating a fallacy based on an urgency, based on a you need to do this because you are not good enough right now. You need to do this to be ultra mega spiritual. You don't. You just need to be sovereign in your own right and loving in your own heart.
And balanced and whole and not searching for stuff that doesn't really even exist.
Yeah, you need to be balanced.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Cool. There's like this big kid inside of him and he just doesn't know. He's like, oh, yay,
It's
toys,
like it's
toys.
like I'm the father listening to my son being excited about a video game he just played and the storyline, and he's taking it so seriously. And for him, in his reality, it's just happened. And for me, I'm looking at him going, you are an infant. But I'm glad that you're happy with your illusion. But when you get a little bit older, you're going to find out that the Easter Bunny died. Santa
does not exist.
Santa does not exist, and Palladians were not there to save you.
Yeah.
Save yourselves!
With the Pleiadians and these higher levels of consciousness, they're probably at a deep
Where are these high levels of consciousness? Like, where are they?
Maybe we should ask the Pleiadians.
Please,
Pleiadians.
please, aliens. Tell me, how do I find higher consciousness?
I think you just got to ask the locals.
We should probably do that.
totally
Just
do
go
it.
and ask people on the street.
Bring this
How
up.
do I find my higher consciousness, bro? Like achieving higher levels of consciousness, like it's already a fallacy. Like this person. I mean, there's a lot of people that probably think this is legit, but achieving high levels of consciousness, like you're not going to do that through whatever it is you're subscribing to here. PeteandRoxy.
It's kind of also like
This is not how you go about it.
It's like watching a video on how to become a Shaolin, master. Now, in order to even
Years.
it's basically most of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And the only reason why they are able to leave the temple, let's say, at age 20 or 30 is because they've been doing that since they were like literally out of the womb. They were actually practicing in the womb. They were told to, so they're like.
But now anybody can do anything
But
overnight.
you just got to watch this 10-minute video and your entire
And
life
you're
changes.
just going to have an awakening. And then you're aware to everything and now you're channeling beings and shit.
So instead of, like, what these things are doing are actually pushing everyone off their path.
It pretty much is.
It's a distraction, it's a test.
It's not genuine.
It's not, it's just
And it is a definite test.
And if you subscribe to it, then what happens is not only do you fail the test you're supposed to pass, you then are creating a whole bunch more
Subset
tests
of tests.
because you're actually then restarting yourself further down from where you actually were. You actually were able to completely go walk across the bridge, but you decided to not only fall off the bridge, but now you've hit the rocks, and now you've got internal spiritual bleeding, and now you've got to do some pretty serious.
But no, that's just high levels of consciousness, dude.
I didn't realise that breaking my knee spiritually was high levels of consciousness. It's kind of like going on, burning coals to achieve more knowledge, and the further you go, the more you get burned. I don't know. I think it's a fallacy. It's a test. It's a consciousness test.
with these higher levels of consciousness, they're probably at a deeper level. You could be seed will have that DNA.
Look at his eyes when he says
Oh.
that, and the DNA. All of these concepts and just buzzwords, they're just. It's so demeaning to reality and like actual, good.
He's a level 1 acolyte.
That's basically where I'm going. Like these, like you can see how his eyes light up when he sees these words, and I'm sure other people do when they hear these words. DNA upgrades, 5D ascension. Whoa! But what do they actually mean?
It's of no substance or consequence.
Yeah, they substantial in reality.
It's trying to sell a lie in different ways. They're just pitching all these buzzwords, so you'll be like, oh, subscribe to this.
Wow! Can I have it too?
Let's upgrade our DNA.
I'm missing things in my life. Can I please get them back through spirituality? Absolutely. Let's go. Let's go. Can't stronger center. Oh, I feel so much more alive. Yay! As my heart gets crushed with a knife that I've made myself.
The alien starseed will have that DNA within you. And
Within
once
you.
connect to that, like a lot of people then on this like activations, it was like
I'll tell you what, I've done a lot of activations in my life, but they were Windows activations. So I'd call up the Windows activation center and I'd say, I had this last thing I need to activate. This activation is just fucking absolutely bullshit. There is nothing to do with activations here. He's saying people were just blown away. Yeah, blown away by the absolute retardation of this notion that you'd even think that this would actually be something in reality. It's not.
False light.
False light.
False light overload.
amazed by the Pleiadian energy that's
So please.
connect with us right now.
Oh.
How can you be a guest at an online conference?
Obviously, they paid for it, and then that's their online conference.
Oh, I mean like, you can't physically be a guest at an online conference.
Oh, I see what you mean. But dude, they're connected.
They're connected through Pleiadian.
Then the Pleiadian energy is all around the planet now. All at the same time when they're watching this live conference.
Yeah, absolutely. It must be.
I hate this.
Yeah, it's painful. Well, let's continue.
That's it.
Oh, that's it.
Sure.
Oh, thank God. It was. I mean, I was going to, prepare myself for the next layer of toxicity. But this is the perfect video to get someone into their energy, and it's appealing for people who don't know any better to actually then adopt it, because there's nothing overtly incendiary there.
There isn't.
It's actually so subtle that it's designed to catch all. Get anyone they can. Anyone. Doesn't matter. Because
It's
all about,
loving, it's inviting.
It's loving, it's light, it's great. And when they get you, then they start feeding you all of these toxic ideas and concepts that are thinly veiled. They've got this false light that goes, oh, we want to be activating and doing all these good things, but then you look at the substantial nature behind what they're talking about, and it's not in light, it's in dark.
Open the borders, man.
Ooh,
Let everyone in. You're just racist if you don't like them.
You must be.
It's the same with that. Like, open yourself to everything.
All of the things.
It's so much
right
love and
now.
light.
It's love and
And then you see your country just like imploding around you, and you're like, oh, it's so good still. I love
like and subscribe. Jesus, that was a bit rough.